All right, welcome to 2021 zipping inputs. So this is like a newer method to do your zipping inputs, which is not the actions. I'm not talking about the actions that you want to zip, like it might be a roll. I'm talking about things you do to overload the rewind system. So it might be mashing block, it might be doing steps, like a little history lesson on zipping. When zipping was first found in Sands of Time, the first game in the trilogy, but what we would do is mash manually the inputs. So you would kind of like do a roll and then count, or like that. And since SOT only has 18 inputs, and you have an insane rewind timer length, that worked. It was okay. So in this game you could still do it, but you need to mash more. So you would kind of go like that should be it. You need 24. Okay, it was like too short, but you get the idea. But obviously that's not very efficient. So the next step was to bind forward and backwards on this wheel. Then zip started looking like this. You would kind of like this, and then get enough inputs that way. But in we're within this game, we can do one better. We have access to blocking in this game, which is better because it doesn't move your position, and you can also just kind of do it faster. Not really, but at least personally, I feel like do it faster in practice. But in theory, you could do both. But yeah, so you could do like smashing block like this, and then switch to steps so you actually rewind and zip that way. But I just found out like an hour ago that you can actually combine the two methods, and instead of like mashing a single thing, if you're mashing a single input, like if I'm just mashing block, right, the fastest I can do it is 30 times a second, because the game runs at 60 FPS, so I need at least one frame in between my inputs for the game to register a new one, because if I'm mashing too fast, then it's just like I'm holding the button, which doesn't do anything. So the theoretical limit is 30 times a second. But with this method, if we mash alternating like this, so you do block, step, like this, you could theoretically mash at 60 FPS, 60 times a second, which is exactly what we're going to do with this. So the way you do it is you hold a direction, so say I hold left like this, and then you scroll block with the mouse. That. See how I'm kind of moving back a little bit and also blocking. So I'm mashing both at the same time, or alternating technically. So, and this can allow you to mash it basically double speed, or theoretically double speed. I'll try and show it off here and see how it compares. So like this is the old way. This is like a typical zip for me. What it would look like. That now the new way. Like that. You see how much faster that was? It's honestly so fast that it's awkward to even execute, but let's get better with practice. Show it off again here. Needs like not even like full scroll. Nice. So fast. And something to be aware of if you're trying this, because it's actually really easy to do this with this method, is over mashing. So if I do too many inputs, I'll just show you here what I'm talking about. So if I spam like a ton, then this will happen. You just kind of freeze, and the zip doesn't play. It's kind of like a second level of breaking the memory of the rewind. So you want to avoid that, obviously. So you need to be aware of that. Don't mash too much. You need to get right in the sweet spot. Don't under or over mash with this method. With the old method, it's like you need to do a lot for that to happen, so you don't really need to out. But with this one, you do. That was good, but it's just so fast. Theoretically, it should be double the speed. I'll try and do a little comparison to see how how it looks like real time. But yeah, I thought I'd share that. Thanks for watching.